Hi, my name is Christian, and welcome to Barrel Proof. So, tonight we are going to crack open this bottle of Cascade Moon, and don't call it whiskey because it's 79.8 79.8 proof. So it can't be called whiskey if it's under 80 proof, but this is barrel proof, meaning it came straight from the barrel that it was distilled in, and it came out less than 40% alcohol. So they can't call it that. My girlfriend bought this, just randomly rung it up. This was $140 for less than 80 proof whiskey. So I looked this up. I tried to find some stories on it because I had no idea. I'm like looking it up after she had purchased it, and apparently there's a rumor going around this was George Dickel whiskey that somehow just didn't get up to proof and was just bottled uh, as is. It says it is out of Cascade Hollow Distilling in Tullahoma, Tennessee. So this is Tennessee alcohol. We'll just call it that because you can't call it whiskey, but it is supposed to be whiskey. It just apparently didn't make the cut. So we're gonna crack this bottle open. Let me say, I don't know much about the flavor in this. I heard that it's pretty decent. I know it's $140 decent. We're gonna find that out. It says this elegant spirit was distilled from a mash of corn, rye, and malt, placed in a new charred American oak barrels to age in our single-story warehouses. So they did all the right things, just something happened in the aging process that didn't get up to proof. So it's been aged for 15 years though. So I'm really excited to taste this, to see how flavorful, what kind of flavors we're going to get from this. So let's crack this open. I'll stop talking here, and we shall. This is the second time my girlfriend has gone off just randomly, just picked up a bottle. We were at a store, and it was like $150 and just bought it on a whim. So the other being the Whistle Pig Farm Stock, which unfortunately the place we went was kind of a rip-off artist, and now they're like $70. But oh well. So I will give this a little pour. All right, not gonna try and get crazy tonight. So for a 15-year whiskey, it doesn't look too dark. It looks about maybe like a 4 to 6 year. I mean, it smells like a whiskey. It smells a little bit. There's a little bit like a herbal funk going on. It's unusual. It's something I haven't really. Put this thing back in here. Let's put this up here so you guys can see the bottle. It smells like herbal funkiness, but I have high hopes for it. Sometimes the smell just doesn't match the taste, but it's so weird. I just want to go back to tasting it. I can go back to smelling it. That has it tastes like the idea of whiskey, but it does not taste. Has zero burn to it. There's no ethanol smell, and there's no. It tastes like almost like a mixed drink, but very. But it. Hold on. Yeah, there's like a grassiness about it. It's not a rye grassiness. It's more of like a dirtiness. I don't know how to explain, but like in the best way possible. It's sort of like tasting. How can I even? I mean, you can smell a sweet. There's a sweetness about it, but then when you're done smelling, you kind of get this herby funkiness that comes onto your nose, but it's not unpleasant. And then when you taste it, just something is weird about that. There's some kind of minerality. That's what it is. It's some kind of herby minerality that makes me want to believe that it is George Dickel juice, because it has that George Dickel minerality you see in pretty much every one of their products. So this might have just been like some weird set of barrels. I know there wasn't a lot of it. And I know that this is I think MSRP is $100, so this is over MSRP. Again, I had no part in the purchase of this product, but um, is it tasty? Yeah, it has a unique taste that you will not find in any whiskey I've ever had before. Is worth $140. I don't know. That would be up to someone who would want to have something completely different. Um, I mean, I probably wouldn't buy this bottle. I think that someone who would want to buy this bottle would be like it's 15 years, maybe like a $40 to $50 price point, which is hard to say for a bottle that size and for a bottle that of that age. But I think it might be a little bit of like it being a low proof. It has the proof of basically regular Jack Daniels number 7. Um, but the taste being unique, I think gives it some points. I'm gonna give it like a 6.2. There's nothing off putting about it. The funkiness is not unpleasant. It's just unusual and not what I would expect in a 15-year-old juice. So I'm kind of at a loss of words. That's why I'm trying to describe what it tastes like, but it has something that makes you want to try it some more to try and figure out what exactly that is. So if you want to have a little bit of an adventure with a not whiskey, then go ahead and try this out. Maybe a friend has a bottle. Maybe you and a friend could share a bottle. Maybe you can get a better deal than $140. But otherwise, like I wouldn't recommend spending $140 on it. But it is kind of it is unusual, and if you want to not have a regular bourbon, then try and go for it. They tried really hard. They tried 15 years. That's a long time to try and get good juice. So maybe that was the flavor they were going for. Anyway, that's a review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see y'all next time.